0, India, Mike Bravo. CQ10, CQ10, November 0, India, Mike Bravo.
Kilo Delta 0, Charlie, November, Charlie.
Kilo Delta 0, Charlie, November, Charlie. Good afternoon. The name here is Ian, India, Alpha, November, 14 miles to the west of DC. Go ahead.
Roger, my name is Rick, Romeo, India, Charlie, Kilo, and I'm in Benton County, Missouri, Lake the Ozarks.
Well, you're my first contact into Missouri on 10 meters, getting close to my home in Topeka, Kansas there. So I'm trying to get one of my buddies. He's busy this weekend, but boy, if he wasn't busy, I think we could probably make the trip on 10 meters. Good to hear from you, Rick. Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. What's the weather like out there? It's about 90 degrees, and we got some sprinkles coming down over here.
Well, I have 90 degrees, 2-mile-an-hour wind with 77% humidity. It's been running about 100, 105 for the last week or so.
Yeah, every time I contact the folks back home, they say it's just beastly hot over there. And I'm not sure how it is in Lake of the Ozarks, but back when I lived in Kansas, not only was it hot, but the humidity was just adding to it and making it totally unbearable.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. What is your call letter?
The call over here, November 0, India, Mike, Bravo. November 0, India, Mike, Bravo. Good copy?
Yeah, you got a good in over here. Good in over here in Missouri.
Wow, that is incredible, because right now I am operating mobile 100 watts out of an ICOM 7000, and I'm using a Wilson 5000 mobile CB antenna that's been cut down and tuned for 10 meters.
Vertical antenna without no ground plane.
Roger, Roger. Well, you're coming in here at S5, S7. Sometimes you peak up to roughly about S9. I haven't been paying too much attention, but good S5, S7 on you over here. Over.
Roger. I got my ALC. That might be a little bit better.
Roger. You're S9 now.
And you're where at? You're PK?
I am 14 miles to the west of DC, and you definitely came up there. You're now S9.
Oh, that's amazing. I've been sitting here kind of monitoring. I've got a grandson in Montana, and we talk here once in a while. I just have to throw it on that vertical. I usually use a beam, but this is doing better.
Roger. Well, the band's kind of fluctuating on us right now. You've kind of gone back down again, S3, S5 on me now.
You're a good S9 right here right now. You wasn't over.
Alrighty. Well, Rick, you're still making a good trip over here, and I'm glad to hear the Midwest coming in here on 10 meters, because I've been doing this for a month and a half now. And all of the contacts that I've been making have been in Florida and Alabama and Mississippi and Tennessee. And one weekend I got some folks in Chicago, but so far I haven't gotten anything out to the west, out in the Midwest. And you're so far on 10, you're the furthest west I've gotten.
November 0, India, Mike, Bravo, Kilo Delta 0, Charlie, November, Charlie. Well, you're my first DC. I'd like everybody I've talked to basically is down south. I do get a hold of my grandson once in a while, but they're real light coffee in Montana, but this is good.
Roger. Well, I'm not actually in DC. I'm 14 miles to the west of DC in the state of Virginia. I live in a city called Vienna, which is about 3 miles to the north of Fairfax, Virginia.
Well, good deal. Once I make some more contacts, I'll be glad to let you go. I just so good, it kind of surprised me.
I'm ready to. I can talk. I can make more contacts. To be honest with you, 10's kind of dead right now, and most of the time when I've come up here and gotten on 10, if other folks are listening in, they'll real quickly put their call in between stations talking, and there's been a couple of times when we've had 7 or 10 people on here, and just people break in, and then they get added, and it's kind of a round table, and you throw the transmitting time around to the different people, and people just have a round table conversation. I don't think there's that many folks on 10 meters today to get that accomplished, though.
Well, I thought I heard someone chime in there. Katie 010C, I'll stand by for a little bit.
Anyone else on frequency here? November 0, India, Mike Bravo. I'm not hearing anyone, Rick.
They're going way back. I could not make them out. I don't know if they hear us or if they're trying to call, but it's real faint. The grass here is so dry when you walk on it, it just crunches. I'm sure if you've ever been around, that's something people want to talk about. Humidity is very unbearable, but oh well, that's all we got dealt. We enjoy it.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I grew up, I spent 18 years in, 21 years exactly, I should say, in the Midwest between living in Kansas and living in Missouri, and I know just how hot and dry it can get there. And I've personally, I know exactly what you're talking about. The grass gets so dry, it just kind of crunches and breaks off when you walk on it in the summer. It turns all brown. Then the rain comes, and the ground is so dried up and cracked that the rain doesn't soak in. It just kind of washes off of it and goes straight into the rivers.
Yeah, that's correct. Now, do you like Virginia?
Well, I like it for it's where my job is at, and it pains me to say this, but the Midwest. The kind of stuff that I do is computer related and technical, and there's just not that much opportunity for jobs, at least for my line of work. There's Kansas City, but I'm quite happy here in the DC area. The only complaint that I could possibly have about this area is the traffic. It's one of the worst traffic areas for the entire country, and the gas is kind of high out here as well. Over.
Roger. Yeah, I know what you mean. I left here when I was a kid, went out to Washington State, went around Washington and Seattle and off the hills in that area. That's something I do not miss is the traffic. Where I live in a little town called Warsaw, Missouri. I think we got populated 2,000 where we set on Truman Dam. Right now I'm sitting out looking out at the water from that dam. But give up here, getting money for comfortable. The economy here is really bad.
Yeah, the economy's not great in any part of the country right now, boy, I wouldn't give up what you've got there, to be honest with you. You know, the small town life, the no traffic, and just a simple way of doing things, and honest people. You know, I miss that. Around here, it's hustle and bustle and moving fast and lots of traffic. Home prices are outlandish out here. My mother lives in Kansas, and she's got a house, and the same. This is going to drop your jaw. The same house that my mom has, if you could miracle that house and land over here to Northern Virginia, that house would be worth at least $700,000 to $800,000, and it's only a $130,000 house. in Kansas. So it's just ridiculous out here. I personally don't own my own place. I rent, and it's entirely because the price of real estate is just ridiculous here. That's another complaint. I guess I got two complaints: the traffic and the housing prices.
Correct. I know what you mean. My plan was out there. I come back here. I bought this place. I have 10 acres. Sitting on a hill. I got a place for my cows and stuff, and we got into it for about 85 for the house. It's not a fancy house, but it's a good home.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Well, Rick, I think the band is starting to play some funny business and games on us over here. At least on my end, I'm starting to lose you. You've dropped down to S3, S5 on me over here, and I have a feeling that in the next couple of minutes I may lose you entirely. Over.
Roger. Well, let's go ahead and tie the ribbons on it as soon as we get down. It's been a pleasure. Lord, as you told me, we catch each other later. November 0, Bravo. This is KT0CSC 73
Okay, Rick, thanks for the call, and always great to hear folks on 10 meters. 7-3s, and enjoy that nice, slow, easy life over there in Lake of the Ozarks. Wish I was there myself. KT0 CNC from November 0, India, Mike Bravo. 7-3s, Rick. Anyone else on frequency? November 0, India, Mike Bravo.